What's up, everybody? My name is Lewis. This is Cosmic Deer Review, and today we're going to be talking about Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a 1995 Japanese animated feature film. The film follows Major Motoko Kusanagi, a cybernetic special agent, a part of Secretive Section 9, who is tasked with hunting down the elusive cybernetic terrorist known only as the Puppet Master, and in the process of doing this uncovers a disturbing conspiracy. So today is kind of a special thing because this is my first Japanese animated feature film that I'm reviewing, and it's also the very first viewer-requested review. Today's film was requested by a YouTuber and a good friend of mine called Casey the Tutor. You can go check out her channel. I'll link it somewhere around here. Ghost in the Shell. This was the first Japanese animated film that I ever watched. This is actually what got me into anime. It kind of holds a special place in my heart. Ghost in the Shell is an important film in the history of not just Japanese animation, but film in general, because I think without Ghost in the Shell, a lot of what we have today would not exist. The Matrix never would have existed. Games such as Deus Ex would definitely not exist. Definitely wasn't the first kind of cyborg film to ever come out, but it's definitely one that kind of took the world by storm. It's beloved by millions of people around the world. It spawned tons of different sequels, tons of different spin-offs, TV shows, games. I mean, we're really talking about one of the most influential films to ever exist, and at least in recent memory. But anyway, so I want to just talk about the film a little bit and things that I like about it. First and foremost, I think we need to talk about the animation itself, since this is an animated film. The animation in this is absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely one of the original, like, hand-drawn, these are single-cell films from, back in the early 90s. This was back before, like, all the CGI and 3D animation kind of worked its way into anime like it is today. It definitely has its own unique feel to it. The scenes are just massive. Even if it's just characters in a room talking, you get a sense of depth, realism, and feeling like you're a part of that world. And it's something that a lot of anime, especially recently, doesn't really deliver, in my opinion. It seems very removed. If that makes any sense. Ghost in the Shell feels a lot more like a traditional shot live-action feature film. It just happens to be animated. It's just very striking from the opening title credits of the Major getting created, which is some of the most beautifully drawn animation I've ever seen, and it's definitely what struck me when I first watched this. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous film to look at. But anyway, that's just the looks of the film. How does the film actually stand up in terms of character and storytelling? This is a very smart film. It's a very intelligent film, and it's a film that if you're watching it for the first time, you're not going to get it. At least not everything. The basic general plot is pretty straightforward. The film also brings in all these different transhumanists. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be a cyborg? And all these deep, philosophical and theological ideas, and lays them out not only to the characters that are in the film, to each other, but also to the audience, and it really makes you think. I take something new away from this film every time I watch it. I think that helps sell the rewatchability every time you watch it and still learn and find out more stuff. The main character of the film, Motoko Kusanagi, and I'm probably butchering that, I'm sorry, the Major, a very strong willed character, but also a character that kind of, has some questions about who she is, what she is. Doesn't display a lot of emotion because she is a cyborg. In fact, most of the characters in this film are cyborgs, or at least cybernetically enhanced. I can get where people who watch this film will feel that it's a little dry. I think that's okay because so many of these characters are not human. So it kind of sells the believability of the world. I've already stated that this film looks gorgeous. The score is fantastic. The story is deep. It's kind of convoluted at times, but it's definitely something for people that love sci-fi, cyberpunk storylines and storytelling, and it's definitely a film that I highly recommend. And if you are looking to get into anime, I think this is a good start. Anyway, Ghost in the Shell gives you enough to wonder and explore stuff, you know, in your own head well after the credits roll. That to me is good audience interaction and good storytelling. If you leave the audience wanting more and wanting to know more and causing a discussion, I think you've done your job. I highly recommend Ghost in the Shell. Very, very much. I'm going to give Ghost in the Shell 5 Cosmic Tears out of 5. Anyway, guys, that was my review of Ghost in the Shell. Remember, if you like this video, you like what I do, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and I will be back next week to review another film. Thank you.